Hey everybody, welcome to a special edition of Between the Lanes. Today we're going to be interviewing racers from the ISRA Worlds in Simona, Italy.
Yes, we are. Almost live coverage.
Yep, almost live, soon to be world famous. First up, we have Jonathan Forsyth and Wes Bakunas. How are you guys doing?
Good. How are you guys?
Not bad.
Good.
Pretty good. Pretty good. How you guys like Italy so far?
Good.
Oh, the food is
Yeah,
awesome.
food's good.
The venue's amazing. Good time.
Tell us a little bit about the venue. Like, where is it at? Is it in a hotel, or is it its own building, or what?
No, it's got a big resort, and then you walk probably 300-400 yards to a giant concrete building. Looks like an old garage, but immaculate inside, and then tracks in there with tons of pit
Yeah,
space.
big pit space, bigger than you usually
Usually
get in
get-
an ISRA race. So.
You know, big double doors. They open the doors during the day, let the fresh air in, which is nice. There's bandstands on either side,
Yeah,
bleachers. It's great. Power's good.
They got a bar right outside the building. Whenever you
Swimming pool. It's awesome.
Yeah, girls walking by in bikinis. Good stuff.
So are the girls in bikinis coming in, or are they staying outside?
Some of them
Well,
are racing.
the first time they all came in, but we haven't seen them in a while, so I think they weren't really into the whole toy car thing, you know.
I got
But
you.
I don't know.
Either that or they just saw you guys. Well, I don't know, but
No, I mean you can say what you want, Ralph, but
so how's the track? How do you guys like the track?
It's fast. It's a lot like Frank's in California.
It's a lot like Frank's in California.
Not tech.
Well,
it's hard to go fast if that makes any sense.
no, that makes sense. I mean, I've been on tracks like that before.
You can drive around, but there's a couple spots where if you really pick up the gas, you can go way faster. You'll surprise yourself.
Right.
The power's
Hey, guys.
good. You know, they're clean.
How you guys' cars working so far?
Actually, for the first time ever, I think all my stuff is actually going around with no issues. Kind of nice, but we're a long ways away, and stuff can happen any second. So.
Okay.
All my stuff is pretty good. So
Okay.
I feel pretty confident on mine.
So who's faster? All right, who's faster between you two right now?
You know the answer to that.
Yeah, obviously, dude. No, I'm getting around. I'm probably 4/10 off Jonathan, which I'm fine with.
But you're just there for the chicks in the bikinis in the bar, right?
I want to, you know, do
Wes is
better.
doing really good, actually.
But we'll see.
He's getting around.
You know, I'm not, you know, putting motors away for the main or anything yet. So,
So, Wes, if you're 4 tenths off Jonathan, how many tenths are you off like Horky?
Just like one right now. Not too bad. It's close.
Okay, that's respectable. Very respectable.
Okay.
All right, cool. Well, definitely thank you guys for coming on, and good luck the rest of the week. And maybe we'll get a chance to catch up with you again and keep track of how you're doing.
Yep.
who do you boys want for your next victim, Chubby?
Whoever wants to get in there next.
Yeah.
The hot
I have
seat.
to slide the table for it.
Okay. Thanks, guys.
Hey guys,
Hey, Chubby, how are
Hey,
you?
Shelby, what's going on?
how are you guys?
We're good.
Pretty good. First question for you: did you ever get your lost bag?
I did. Yeah, I did. I got it yesterday afternoon.
Okay. Was it clothes or slot car stuff in the bag?
Mostly clothes, but there was some crucial slot car things that you never, you know, that we slid in. Actually, me and Wes split a bag last second, and all his tools were in there, and some of my tools were also in there. So I
Okay.
can't catch a break.
All right. Well, at least you guys got it back though. That's good to hear.
Yeah.
How are you liking Italy so far?
It's beautiful, everything. I mean, just the scenery that where we're at right now in Simona, I mean, it's like unbelievable. Like pictures don't do justice where we're at, but you know, there's some beautiful mountains right where we are, and just the weather is like outstanding. Beautiful every day.
Is it warmer there or about the same temperature there as it is here?
Very similar, I believe it or not. There's very little clouds. You know, it's been sunny every day. Hasn't rained. It's just absolutely gorgeous. It gets a little chilly at night, which is great. But other than that, it's really beautiful.
So how you running?
Good. You know, so far so good. I haven't done as many laps as I wanted to so far, but overall, you know, I've made some tires yesterday. Gonna let them dry, true them up tomorrow. All my cars are pretty much prepared. Finished all the motors today, and I've been on the track a few times. I'm going all right. I'm pretty close, I think.
How many more practice sessions do you have left to try to get tuned in?
So how it works is tomorrow will be the last day. How it works is everyone gets to practice tomorrow. That's not in Italian. So if you're not from Italy, you can practice tomorrow. All the home racers can practice tomorrow, and then production starts Saturday, and we'll get. I think you get 2 rounds of practice for each class. So you'll run each lane 2 times still in each class, which I think that's the best preparation because it's the closest to race conditions. And the first year in Prague, I think I over practiced. I mean, I just like wore myself out. So in Chicago,
Right.
I think just the end practice was more important to me, at least.
Right.
Okay, cool.
Cool.
Awesome. Well, thank you for coming on, man. Good luck.
Yeah, good luck.
And I guess
It's awesome. I've been watching every episode, and it's great. I really appreciate what you guys do.
Thank you.
yeah, thank you very much. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it.
Have a great night.
All right, you
All
too.
right.
What is it? Right?
It's afternoon here, but bye.
Yeah. Who's our next victim?
Hot seat. In the hot seat. Oh,
Me and my partner, Tonda.
What's going on, guys? We got Paul Gronsky and Tonda with us.
How
How you guys doing?
Hey, we're doing good, man. Hi, how are you? We're
Good,
gonna
how are
be
you?
Hi, Mom. I'm on television. You're fine. Hi, Ron.
Hello.
Hey, so yeah, we're gonna be partners in the team race.
Right.
So I don't know if you ever knows how that works, but when you qualify, you go for distance. So you qualify 1 minute, 30 seconds each.
Right.
So that's kind of fun. And that'll seed all the heats. And then it's like a mini enduro, 7.5 minute heats.
Well, yeah, if you fall off, your partner is not going to love you anymore.
Exactly.
Right.
Qualifying. Even if you go slow, it's better than tipping out. So do your
Right.
best in that and then go to the heats. So 7.5 minute heat, 4 lanes each.
How's your car working?
We had it going good today. My partner on the tough red lane, he had some heads turning. Let's just say that.
Yeah, some heads.
Okay.
I had some good time on the track.
Yeah.
Cool.
Awesome.
Yeah. We've been thrashing.
It kind of freezes, kind of goes, but
And you practice every class. You only get like the internet. Internet is unstable. Waiting. Huh? See us on the top.
yeah.
There they are.
Are we back?
They're
Back.
Okay.
Okay.
I was going to tell you a fun fact about the day of practicing. Normal day, like today, we're here for 12 hours. Only 12 hours
Only.
straight. But you only can practice a certain amount,
Right.
20 people. So
Right.
I total all your time, 48 minutes I was on the track today. 48 on the track and here for 12 hours.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah, we are working hard.
Working hard.
So that's kind of
Yeah,
Now-
always.
time to work. I'm on the track.
When you're practicing for the team race, are both of you practicing at the same time, or Paul, do you get 48 minutes and then Tonda gets a separate 48 minutes?
That's really up to you. You
Oh.
can choose.
Okay.
But the 48 minutes is total classes for everything we did all day for 12 hours. You only got on the track for 48. so you get 12 minutes per class.
Right.
Okay.
All right.
12 minminutes. Learn the track and figure your car out. It's pretty
So-
tough.
And I swapped, for example, I swapped 8 motors in Big Eurosport today in 12 minutes.
12.
Not bad.
Try to hit motors.
So how many
Only one was fast. Sorry.
yeah, that's okay. How many days have you been there running, Paul?
We came in on Sunday.
Okay.
So been here Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Yeah, we've been
Yeah, same for me.
pretty
4
much-
days so far.
Good.
A lot of guys came to the warm-up race. It's not that easy to come from San Francisco for a warm-up race, so that's not going to happen. So,
Right.
But now I've been here 4 times in a row.
Right.
Feeling comfortable, trying to figure out what car you're going to run and all that.
I've
Well,
different conditions on the track.
cool.
You guys coming back?
Yeah.
All right, cool,
You go.
man.
You're back now. Yep, you're back.
Yeah.
So Wes was telling us that he liked the track. He said the track was easy to drive and was pretty fast. What do you guys think?
I don't know if he heard you. Ask him again, Ralph.
Maybe not. Are you there, Paul?
So it's super.
Oh.
Yeah, we're here.
Okay.
So I don't know. Can you hear us again?
Yep.
Yep.
We have a.
Okay.
There we go. So yeah. Anyway, the track's pretty. It's not super difficult, but it's fast, and so you can't just tinkle around out there. So it's good though, because it's not too tough to learn it, but it's tough to be fast on. So.
Right.
Yeah, I would say basically the same. Only one.
Oh.
Oh, we lost them.
Oh, we lost them.
Well, you know what? We'll see if they'll probably come back. They have to re-enter the number, but we'll see. Let's do this. See if we can get them back on here.
There they are.
They're back.
We're back. And better than ever.
Yeah, maybe it's stronger connection now. You might have to do some good editing, or you might have to edit that actually.
There's no problem here.
Nope.
You fix yours.
Yeah. So anyway, we're getting closer.
I just wanted to say, when I saw the track for first time, the layout on a paper, it looked to me so fast, much faster than, for example, track from 2015, ISRA. But in real, it's more technical than I thought.
Okay.
That's good.
Yeah, cool. Thank you for sharing that with us. Appreciate it.
Yep.
Yeah. Appreciate it.
Yeah, you can ask me whatever you want. I will either answer or no.
Okay, so I have a technical question.
Well, I got a question too, though. This question's for Tom, though. Who's better, you or Paul?
For sure, it's me.
He's good.
I knew that was coming.
He's the current world champion from last year, so there you go. I didn't win last year.
So Tonda,
Yeah, you can find some better ones. Yeah.
are you running or trying the S&K armatures?
Not yet.
Okay.
I did not have a chance yet.
Okay. I just wondered if anybody.
Actually, today I had a chance to put one of their arms to put it in my setups, one of my setups, but I couldn't manage the time to make it, so to do it. So some next time, maybe
Okay.
in the future.
Okay.
We're just curious to see how they run.
Yeah.
A lot of cutting edge equipment coming around during this week, and you
Right.
can't walk around. What's that?
Yeah.
So,
So who's kind of setting the pace so far early on in practice here?
Me and Paul.
Good.
Good answer.
Good answer. Yeah, definitely. All right, cool. Well, good luck, guys. Thank you for coming on. And Paul, it was nice to finally interview you. I missed you last time on the show, so.
yeah.
Okay.
guys. All right, man.
All right.
All right. Good luck, guys.
Yeah.
And that's the next victim.
Next in the hot seat. We have to apologize for this, but obviously a weak connection on their end over there. So, and we knew that going into this, but it is what it is.
Yeah. We figure it'd be better than to try it and fail than not even try.
To not try it at all. Uncut and raw. Hey, there's Michael Colvin.
Oh, there's the superstar, Justin Colvin.
Hey, guys.
How are you?
Justin, how are you?
Skipping school and racing slot cars, right?
Yeah, of course.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. So how's your trip going so far?
It's actually gotten a little harder than pretty good. Pretty good.
Okay.
I got here on last Tuesday, so I was able to stay a couple days and get used to the time difference and everything. I wasn't able to get on the track until like Saturday.
I heard you have been having to do some schoolwork and stuff too while you're there, right?
Yeah. In fact,
Okay.
I'm probably gonna do some after we get done here.
Okay. So how much practice time have you got today so far? I know Paul was telling us he got 48 minutes yesterday. How much did you get? Same thing?
I think I've got about the same thing. I think right now you're able to get about four heats per class.
Okay.
Anywhere from 3 to 4, depending on how early you go out.
Okay. How are your cars running?
Pretty good. I'm a little behind in F1 right now. I think I'm a couple tenths off the pace right now.
Okay. Well, we met Paul's partner. Who are you partnering up with this year?
I'm partnered with a kid about my age from Italy. His name's Luca.
Same as last year, right?
Yeah, Luca. Okay, yeah. You guys did real well in Chicago last year, right?
TQ.
You had some problems at the end of the race or something, maybe?
Yeah, I think we blew a gear 3 times in the race.
Yeah.
Good.
But you guys were fast, though. You guys were real fast together, so.
We're fast. We're going to repeat that this year.
All right. So my question for you is: you're there racing 4 classes. You want to do well in all 4 classes. Are you putting your main focus on one thing over the other 3, or trying to do everything as equal as possible?
I think right now my main focus is on 124th.
Eurosport?
And 132nd, yes.
Okay.
I've been kind of putting F1 off to the side, but I'm able to work on classes for the days leading to the race.
Right.
Because we get that practice.
Right.
So, and that's going to be really helpful.
Yep. And you're going to learn stuff from the other races to carry over too. So
help you out, yeah.
Right.
So since you're from the California area, Jonathan mentioned he thought the track was a lot like Frank's. Do you feel that way too?
Yes, it's very much like Frank's.
Okay.
It's a fast track like Frank's.
Good.
Okay, yeah. I think I saw a video the other day. Maybe you were even getting some laps in, like with the lights off or something at night. Was that at Frank's?
No, I think that was
Fast Tracks.
No, I think track. Yeah, fast track.
Okay, I got you. All right, cool. All right, well, thank you for coming on with us. Make sure you get your schoolwork done, and hopefully you have a little bit better luck this year. Okay.
Yeah. Good luck.
All right. Thank you.
Hot seat. Who's in the hot seat now?
Who we got next?
I know that guy.
How are you guys?
Good. How are you?
Jason Hooper.
Good. How are you guys?
Pretty good. How's your trip going so far?
Excellent. I'd say no troubles on the flight over, so that was good. I know a couple of the guys had some baggage that got lost, and thank goodness that didn't happen.
Okay.
Right.
Good.
Then actually to link up with them, to ride in their car over here, so no bus.
Okay, so my question:
how far of a ride is it from the airport to the hotel where you are?
From Rome, the airport we flew into, it's about 2 hour 15 bus ride. And the car took about the same amount of time, so not too bad, but just far enough that you gotta get it done.
What kind of rental car did you guys have?
Oh boy.
So we actually ended up with a Volkswagen van.
Okay.
I'm not sure what type it is, but it worked out all right. It was Mike Isles, Chubby, I don't know, 2 other guys. So.
Okay. All right. What were you going to say?
But it was
Ron?
good.
I think you had a question.
Well, my question was, you went over for the warm-up race a few months back, and so you ran on the track. You ran on the track a few months ago, and now you're back running on the same track. Is the track faster, better, much different?
Over here was April, so very similar weather conditions. So the tracks are up 10. The only group of people, we only had 30 guys, and so the track conditions didn't change as rapidly as they kind of are right now. From the time they turn that track on to the time they turn it off, you got 12 hours of guys just pounding on that thing. So yeah, so it's pretty similar.
Is pretty much everybody there except for maybe some of the local Italians?
One more time?
Is everybody who's coming from other parts of the world, are they already there by now?
Yeah, I think pretty much everybody, the final people have shown up today.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
there's a lot of people.
About 150, 160 people, somewhere around there, you think?
Yeah, we're probably, I would imagine probably 140, 150. And then, because the field to 120 racers for the regular classes, but the production race, the team race, they allow more than 120 people. I think they limit the field maybe to 80 teams.
80 teams.
But yeah, a lot of guys here.
Okay.
So can you tell us a little bit about, for people who aren't familiar with ISRA, tell us how the control practice works and how you handle your marshaling duties as well.
So yeah, they're very strict on it. So once we go into controlled practice, you get like 4 minutes on. Then there's a quick 15 to 30 second interval that they'll allow the racers to change spots. So you practice for 4 minutes. Then immediately you need to go to your marshal position, do marshal that next heat. And then the next group kind of rotates through. But they're very much on it. And if you miss a marshaling duty, there are penalties. Anything from missing your next practice to, I think they go severe as minusing your fastest qualify lap.
Okay.
But like people, they've got to be very, very strict on it. Yeah, but it all works out. Everyone, pays attention and then gets it done for the most part.
Right. Yeah. Right.
And
nobody wants any penalties.
Well, and then there's just a mutual respect too.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's the part about coming over is when there's, this many other crazy people about slot cars out there, so you're hanging out with, 120, 140, 150 guys that are all just as intense as you are on it. So, which is a lot of fun.
Right. Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome, man. Well,
right.
Good luck racing this weekend. Enjoy the rest of your trip. Eat some good food. And thank you for coming on the show.
And make sure.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. Have a good one, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Hot seat. There's Matt Bruce.
Oh, the most handsome man in slot racing.
I got here today. Hello, Ron. Hello, Ralph.
Are you awake?
I am partially awake. Eyes are burning, but that's normal for this kind of deal. You got to burn it. You got to burn it while it's here. But
So you
I
got
got
there
here
kind of late compared to everybody, right? Just getting there today?
Yeah, I had work. Work was pretty busy. We're really slamming it, but this track kind of reminds me of the plow track. Got a few differences, but I actually like it's kind of I don't know, maybe it's a little bit quicker, but Eurosport I was getting around okay. The other classes are the ones because I showed up late, so I missed production practice, and I just caught the last practice. The guys put me on the chart while I was setting my box up and getting my cars out for 30-second Euro. So that's what I learned to track on, and everybody's zipping around. So I didn't want to, you know, it's difficult. The first thing you got to do is you got to find out what chip you're using. I got 2 different controllers. You know, it's a whole, you know, with these guys, it's every little thing.
Right.
They're so fast, and you know, just that one little thing. Whereas, you know, maybe back home you might get away with it, but everybody's so on it, and everybody's been here all week, and you know, but that's no excuse. It's, you know, it's
Just
the
the
best.
way it is.
The best.
Right.
And that's, yeah, you learn so much when you come here, just from, you know, and ask a couple questions.
So what controller are you using over there right now?
I have a new Cobus that I've been running. I've used that in retro.
Okay.
The Cobus I had before was I bought from Rivas Janssens from Latvia, and when he got his new one, it has a brake dial out in it, so it can't be added. It has to be a totally different controller. So I got on the list, and Giannis, I was on the list for maybe like 6 months until he built mine, because he builds each one, you know, custom separately.
Right.
So when I sold that one. So I'm it's a really good feature on the controller, because what it does is any motors that, like, say a Group 12 that's got a lot of magnet in it, and you're soft and off the brakes totally, and you still need more out. It actually will help the car entering the corner and slow the car through the range going down in the corner without pulling any power out of it. It's really kind of weird. It's a dial of about 10 settings on it. You know, so the controller is really smooth. It's one of the nicest controllers I have. And the other controller I have is a Pro 3 that Yuri built for. It's the same one that Chubby has, and he built 2 of them for us. So right now, I was running my Eurosport with that controller. It seemed to be a little bit better. There's a spot on the track where through the S's, it's different than Prague. It's got a little bit of a straight, and you kind of drive in deeper into that hoop that's around where the race control stand is. So if you drive it in, you don't think you can drive it in deep, whereas Prague I was letting off a little bit earlier, where your braking point is a little bit earlier. If you do that here, you get back on the gas, you'll stuff it right in the wall, because the track is off camber.
Right.
So as you swoop around there and get into that S, there's a straight part before you come onto the lead on, and it's all just making the brain tell the finger at this point. You know, I get it sometimes, but being consistent. So you try to get out there with some really, pretty professional, you know, guys that have been getting around really good. So you can see where you're losing time, you know, and they'll show you, because they just, you know,
zip through there.
They're hammering through there, yeah.
That's the best time. That's the best time. I try to always, you know, if I look on the board and put my sticker up there, I always check who I'm racing with. The lower ranked guys, you want to get out there with them. Some guys would be intimidated by it. You can't do that. You learn from the best guys. You know, that's where you learn you know, zipping around, you know, running 3/10 off the guys isn't showing you anything. So you got to come out to the track once in a while, and you got to see those guys when they're in different heats and watch their finger. You know, watch what they're doing.
Yep.
You know, and I try to simulate that, you know, with my controller, you know, so I get that rhythm, and I'll race their car when they're on the track. And it helps me. I've done that, you know, I've done that for years. Anybody who watches me when I qualify or something, I always just I'll have my controller in my hand, and I'll try to simulate and race their car, and it helps sometimes. You know, it definitely helps in this deal. And I need to catch up, you know, quite a bit, but tomorrow is a full day of practice. And usually when you run production, and production really tells you, you know, it teaches you the track, I think, the best.
Right.
It's 12 motors. They're flexi cars. They handle, and, you know, some of these guys get these flexis. They're almost running like Euro sports. It's unbelievable that, you know, how good they get them to handle around a flat track. You know, like I said, it's a lot of different things and combination. you're kind of going down a checklist. Am I got the right chip in? Am I running the right controller? Do I have the right tires? Do I have the right wine? Do I have, you know what I mean? It's a whole thing to get going fast. So if I come out of the box fast, pretty good within a couple tenths of the guys, that's good. That's good to work on, because there's 4 classes you have to, you got to concentrate on. You got to concentrate on all of them.
Right.
So when you get down to the last point where it's all about tire management, in the race.
Yep.
As the track changes.
How many sets of tires do you think you'll go through while you're there for the 4 races total?
Well, that'll depend on a few things. Rubber, for one thing. I mean, what everybody else is running, how much it's taken. Sometimes the track gets really muddy, and it'll actually get slick with too much rubber on it. So you're constantly adjusting the height of your car to carry the rubber through, because you don't want the front digging. So, you don't want too much black.
Right.
But I've seen guys that the chassis are black all the way back to the panes, and they're not loose at all.
Right.
Just crazy. But
so, do they clean the track at all throughout the weekend, or no?
What's that? I didn't hear you.
Do they clean the track at all throughout the weekend, or no?
Yeah, they clean the track I guess they cleaned it every other day.
Okay.
At this point, and I leave it. I leave it, and tomorrow it might change. We're 2 tenths faster.
Right.
But you got to change with the tires are big thing. Hubs on.
Right.
You're constantly moving around. I mean, you guys know that.
Yeah.
But with flat track, it's really critical here. So metal hub, plastic hub, carbon fiber, and all.
Is this your like fourth?
I want to get patent. This is my 4th Worlds.
4th?
Yeah.
Okay.
We went to prom. I raced in Chicago in 2010, and then took a couple years off, and then we got back up there in Prague, just so to set up the points. So when we come to the States, I was going to be able to race, be ranked, and everything. So we carried it. So I want to come to Flint here. Drivers, I think, the way they run it,
What's your current ISRA ranking?
71.
Okay, that's very respectable though. Yeah.
Right in the middle. Right in the middle. I don't have to wake up early or do anything crazy. What I mean? I'm not breaking the track in every fight.
Right.
Well, I was going to tell you. I think what you need most of all is probably a good night's sleep.
Right. Yeah.
Yes. I got to get acclimated to the time.
Yeah, and reset your brain and your mind, and
get jet lagged a little bit probably too. Yeah.
And after being up for 20.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're kind of. But we'll be better tomorrow.
Yep.
I'm confident. We didn't have any mess ups today, so.
Right.
I think we'll be okay. I'm going to get skiing on here, so I appreciate it.
Thank you, Matt.
Thanks, Matt. Good luck.
All right, thank you.
Yep.
Thanks, man.
Hello, America.
Hello, Pat.
How are you?
I'm great.
I want to say thank you for
on the show.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
But I want to say thank you for all the updates and the reporting you've done so far.
Yeah, it's very nice to see all that on Facebook and on the internet. Thank you for all your hard work.
Good. Well, thank you for on Slot Car Racing News. That's really good. Thanks very much for that.
It's a great magazine.
Yeah. So for those people watching who don't know, Patrick is the one who does the Slot Car Racing News magazine that we have mentioned before.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about what you're doing over there in Italy right now, and what you're doing for the magazine while you're there.
Well, we're hopefully going to cover all the technical stuff that's happening, looking at all the new chassis, Porky's brought out 3 new chassis for a start. Looking at all the new controllers that are out here, Gugu's got a fantastic new electronic controller, which we're going to have a look at. And then I want to cover the results, cover the racing, and just generally try and publicize ISRA racing as much as I can through the magazine.
Very good.
Okay, cool. And are racers there? Are some of them kind of picky, like they don't want you kind of taking pictures of what they got sometimes, or is everyone pretty open to having their pictures taken?
They used to be quite like I'm called the paparazzi.
Yes.
Right.
Okay. So when I approach the Czech bench, they shout out paparazzi, and all the covers come on. You know.
Yeah.
But in actual fact, I've got quite a good relationship with Recheck now. He's given up now. He just gives me the chassis and I just photograph them.
That's good.
So there's no secrets. I've got them all.
Right. How many photographs do you think you'll take throughout the week or your weekend while you're there? He's thinking on it.
Yeah, 2,000.
About 2,000? Okay,
Yeah.
awesome. Yeah.
That's great.
And then if any of our listeners want to try to find the issue that's going to cover the ISRA Worlds, what month will that issue be?
It will be the November issue.
Okay. Awesome. Okay, thank you. Okay. You got anything, Ron?
No, I've got nothing.
Okay.
The last issue. Internet connection from the state.
There you are.
Here.
You're back.
Yeah, we're back.
We're back.
Yep. Okay, so the last thing we heard you say was that the ISRA coverage will be in the November issue.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Awesome. Well, good luck there this weekend. Take lots of pictures for us. There's a lot of people looking forward to seeing that. And thank you for being on our show for a few minutes today, okay?
Thanks very much for having me.
Okay,
See you guys.
Good luck. Who's next? Drum roll, please. Hey, I know that guy.
Hi, Ron.
Hi, James. How are you?
Very well, thank you. Yourself?
I'm good. Good to see you. Good to talk to you.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
Very long time. So how you getting along?
Yeah.
Not bad. I arrived this afternoon, so I haven't had the week's practice that some of these other guys have got.
Right.
Pretty much to do with my job, really. I'm a teacher.
Right.
So I'm a teacher of engineering. And I teach 14 to 19-year-olds, all different disciplines of engineering. So I actually teach at Silverstone, at the racetrack at Silverstone.
Oh, wow.
I mean, the Formula One racetrack.
Right.
So, you know, every day we get to look out over the balcony from the school and watch what's going around the track each day. So,
that's awesome.
Yeah, that's very cool. Yeah. So were you pretty prepared before you got there, even though you got there late, or are you kind of thrashing at the last minute?
I came out in the summer and did 4 or 5 days in the summer of practice on the track in like 36, 37 degree heat. So it was maybe not quite representative of what it's like now.
Right.
So a lot of the cars that I had, a lot of the things that I was making a decision about, I got ready then, so that I knew that when I turned up, you know, now quite late, I could just put a few practice cars on, race around, and then eventually, you know, go to my race cars that I'd planned to race from when I came back in my testing earlier on. So,
well, no pressure, but we had George Kimber on the show recently, and he has very high hopes for you, and he can't wait to see how you do out there.
Yep.
Well, that's good to know. That's good to know that he's thinking of me and sort of hoping that I'm going to do well. And obviously, it's nice to be here to represent the UK as well. You know, I've always done pretty well in the UK and won a fair few things there. So it's nice to get out and try and race with some other fast guys.
Right.
And how many other people are there from the UK with you?
There's 21.
Wow.
21.
20. It might be something to do with the fact that the Worlds might be in the UK in 2019.
That's correct.
Okay.
That's
All
correct.
right.
So,
a bit like made sure that they got the right people in and got some ranking, and so they could race at their home event. So
right.
And how is Richie running?
He's done all right. I've seen him on a couple of practice sessions. He was quite happy. He's run a 24th Euro round. So, to be honest, about the same speed as I was today, really.
Oh, good.
What's the what class are you looking forward to racing the most this weekend?
I like Formula One. I do really like Formula One.
Okay.
It's a lot more of a driver's class. In that, the cars are very difficult to drive to get around the track, so you've got to really sort of, muscle them round and get. I think you still need a good setup, you still need a good motor, everything still needs to work. But I do like driving those cars the most. So,
right.
It's probably the one actually in the UK. I've won that the least out of all the other classes we race in the UK. So,
okay.
But I do like it.
Right.
Okay. Are you running all 4 races?
I am this year, yeah.
Okay.
Silverstone UTC, where I work, have been really great to me and allowed me to leave these kids behind for a week and a couple of days at school while I come out here in Italy. So today they were all watching the practice sessions on the webcam in their classrooms. So.
And who's going to be your partner for the production race?
A guy who's ranked number 2 in the UK, and that's Gavin Wills.
Okay.
Yeah, George talked about him too. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean this year he's been the only person to beat me at any national race. So, he's got to be an ideal partner. When Tonda turned around and said he'd found somebody faster, I thought, well, okay. No, I mean it's to be fair. Tonda and Paul have raced together for a while, and I'm not always reliable at being able to make all the world's events. So,
right.
It just sort of made. He'd already agreed with Paul to race with Paul, so that's
right.
So being you're a teacher, and Justin Colvin, he might need some assistance with his homework he's working on. Can you help him out?
I think his dad's pretty good at sorting him out with that. Okay. Maybe Justin might be a bit too fast to help too much.
There you go.
There is somebody who's desperate to get on the show, though.
All right. Well, I want to say thank you. It was good to see. I haven't seen him for a while.
No, he comes everywhere with me. So he's my mascot.
Yep.
And it was bought by my stepson for Father's Day. So he comes everywhere with me now.
There you go.
Very cool. Does he have a name?
Fred.
All right.
You can friend him on Facebook. He's got plenty of slot racing friends.
Okay.
Okay.
He's got a photo with all the greats, Yaroslav, Hawkey, Trujillo, all the top people. Gets a photograph with them.
Is it Fred Cleve?
Yeah. Fred Cleve on Facebook, and you can friend him.
Okay.
We're gonna have to look that up. You probably have a few extra friend requests after this airs.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for coming on with us. Enjoy your time away from school. And
great show. Thank you.
And down the road, I want to have you on when you get back home and everything. Down the road, I want to have you on some night and we can talk about stuff and get you on back on the show.
I'll do that.
Okay.
Yeah, that'd be great. My other half might even persuade my other half to watch it then.
Yeah. There you go. All right.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, James.
Thank you, James. Have a good one.
You too.
Bye.
Cheers. Cheers and ciao.
What we got next?
Oh, the Kiwi.
Wow.
Chris, how you doing, Chris?
Good, Ralph. Hi, Ron.
Hi, Chris. How are you?
So we hope to Piero Castriconi and
Guido Santarelli, the organisers of this event here, but they're out doing what they've been doing for everybody, which is running people around and
That's
making
fun.
sure
Yeah.
everybody goals and all that stuff. So, so you're stuck with me, ISRA Chairman.
Yep.
Yeah, I
we
was just going to say, for those who don't know, Chris is the ISRA chairman this year.
Yep.
So I imagine you probably have a lot on your plate this weekend also, right?
Actually, this is probably one of the easiest events to administrate because we've got various levels. As far as slot car administration goes, there's more goes into this event than most. We have Piero and Guido, the organisers, and then we have Lars Harrison, who's the race director. So he takes care of all the day-to-day stuff like the tech and all that kind of stuff. And then we've got the two race directors, Timmy and of course well known in the US, Andy Wasserman.
Wasserman, yeah.
So we've got all these levels of people. So my main function here is keeping the ISRA group together and the rules. We've got meetings all week and that sort of stuff. But as far as running the meeting, we actually don't do a lot. It's over to the organisers. And I can tell you, Piero and Guido have put a fantastic event together here. We're in sunny Sulmona, a couple of hours north of Rome. We haven't seen a cloud in the sky all week. It's an awesome facility they've put together here and fantastic track. It's I really can't say enough about the job they've done and pulling all this together.
Right.
Yeah, everybody who we talked to before you, they all said the weather's beautiful, the country's beautiful, and they all really like the track.
Yep. The track is, I guess, closest track to it was probably the one from the Czech Republic a couple of years ago. It's very fast, quite easy to learn, but at the same time, really difficult to go really fast on. So
right.
It's tough for everybody.
And are you racing this year?
Yeah, I'm here running, and I'll be running in all the classes. Yep.
Okay, who's your production partner?
Herman James.
Okay, awesome.
Is Casey there or a no-show?
No, he couldn't make it this year. So
okay.
No, I'm drafted Herman in, and he's on the pace, and we're it's a tough call to try and win the thing, but
right.
We hope to be competitive and be up there somewhere.
You will be.
So you'll have about 70 production teams, right? Roughly
80.
80.
Oh, yeah, between 80. There was 80 on the list. I think a couple have not shown as yet. So yeah, so high 70 somewhere.
Okay.
So just for our viewers, like, how long will it take you to run all the production racers through until the day's end? Like, what time will you start and what time will it end?
We start Saturday morning with practice. Each team gets 16 that'll be, I think, 3.5-minute runs. So you get everybody gets 16 rounds of practice. So then very late Saturday night, we will qualify. And the qualifying is quite unusual because it's two drivers, you get 30 seconds each, and it's laps and sections. So you've got to put up a good total. And that gets added to your total laps from the race. So it's really important. From there, Sunday morning, we'll start racing. And we'll be racing all day Sunday. And I think there'll be maybe a couple of heats on Monday morning, but that's essentially a 2-day race with the practice.
Right.
Okay. Well, really though, considering how many people you have and how many races you're running, how long the races are, that's really not that long of a time,
But the heats are only 7. Production race in ISRA has always been traditionally a way of, or started out as a way of learning the track. Oops, I lost.
You're back.
No, we got you.
Well, we're back.
Yep.
It was originally a way of learning the track for the races and have a bit of fun, but it's as serious as any of the races these days.
Yeah.
Very, very competitive.
You want to see these guys, you know, it's crazy. It's something to see, especially the top guys and the way that they tune for the different conditions. Because, you know, the track is only cleaned every 2 days in practice, so the conditions really change. And, you know, as you go through, everybody's retuning for different conditions, that kind of stuff. So it's fun to see.
Right.
Learn a lot. You learn so much watching all these guys.
Yeah, that's what Matt Bruce, he was just on a couple minutes ago, and he was saying the same thing, how he just loves to just stand there and watch them race and try to just learn and see what they're doing. He'll even watch their trigger finger, you know, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I was able to work with you a couple weeks ago on some awards for a Hall of Fame ceremony. So when is the Hall of Fame ceremony going to be?
Well, firstly, thank you for working with us on that and some 20th anniversary box plaques. It was awesome, awesome service and great plaques. They look fantastic. Hall of Fame is a new initiative we've started this year. The inaugural group will be inducted at the prize giving ceremony on Sunday. What's that? October 14th, the last day of this event during the prize giving. There's 5 people being inducted there, and we've got some top ISRA champions, some people that we haven't seen for a number of years, and you know, they're all champions and top people that are going into the Hall of Fame. So this is our first year.
Do they know they're going to be elected in or voted in, or is this a surprise for them?
Most of them do, yes.
Okay.
We're kind of keeping it pretty quiet at this point, just who the are.
Yeah.
But, as you imagine, there's a couple of top races that the names roll off everybody's tongue, and
right.
They're, you know, pretty much going to be there.
Yeah, and they're there this weekend, ready to win as usual. So.
Definitely. And the other ones. Oh, here's hello. Here's Piero.
Hi, Piero.
Hey, Piero. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for being on.
Yeah, thank you. Are you having fun so far?
No.
He's probably tired.
Like I said before, Piero is doing an amazing job.
Thank you, Chris.
Unbelievable. The organization, the time put into it.
No, everything so far on our end is that we've seen on Facebook or on the website. I mean, it's all first class. Way to go.
Yeah, definitely, yeah. I mean, we're basically just following along on Facebook from our friends throughout the world, but I mean, everything looks beautiful and everything looks really nice so far. So good job and congratulations to both of you for sure.
We put a lot of effort in it. Thank you very much.
Yeah, well, you can tell you put a lot of effort into it. It's very nice.
Probably. If anyone wants to how to organize a top class event, this is the guy to talk to.
Well, I was going to say it's probably one of the best promoted ones in the last several years that I can think of.
Yes.
Yep.
So, I mean, no disrespect to anybody else, but taking it to a new level. So,
you know, I didn't realize that ISRA had been around for 26 years actually.
Yep.
Yes. 1992 was the first event.
Okay. And how many events have the two of you been to?
I haven't actually been to that many ISRA events. I'm more raced with all the ISRA people at other events. I think I'm coming up to about 7 or 8. Piero's been to a lot.
Yeah, I started in 2001.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's 16.
Yeah.
16 years in a row. Wow.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, I only missed San Francisco in 2002.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2001 was my first one.
Yep.
Right.
Wow. That's very cool that not only are you racing at such a high level for so long, but you're able to travel the world and do it. That's very, very cool.
Yeah.
So Horky has to be the all-time leader of ISRA events, right?
Yes. 27 wins.
Yeah.
Wow.
But we don't care about Horky.
We will, yeah.
Don't worry about him. Yeah. He must be close by.
Piero is probably one of the only guys here that may be able to stop Hawkeye from 28.
Right.
Maybe.
Yep. Now, how many world championships do you have, Piero? And they froze up. Are you froze up, Ralph? I think everybody froze up. Oh.
Problem. I'm gonna go eat.
Okay, all right, go grab something to eat.
All right, thanks, guys.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Dude, you cut out of the fucking meeting, dude.
Well, I know. I guess I lost on my end somehow. You guys all froze up, and I didn't know what happened. So.
Yeah. All right, call me. Call me.
Well, okay. I mean, I'm still recording, but.
Oh, well, they're done.
Okay. Well, I just there you go, everybody. There's some, behind the scenes what's going on in Italy, and we got to thank all those guys for taking the time out of their schedule over there to sit down and talk to us. So. Yeah. And hopefully we'll have more next week.
Yeah, they were definitely very busy. They didn't. We appreciate that they took their time out of their day to do that, because as so many of them mentioned, they only get so many minutes of track time, and their schedule's very strict. And a lot of them are sleep deprived and whatnot. So we definitely appreciate that. We know the connection wasn't the best.
No, and
what we got.
The connection was good on our end. Just I think they're in a big room with a Wi-Fi that there's 100 guys probably hitting off of with their cell phones and computers.
Yeah, he said they're in a big concrete building in the mountains, basically. So.
But
Wi-Fi, yeah.
There were some things that they brought up that they talked about the racers, and we'll talk about that on next week's episode. Maybe a little more technical and more racing next weekend.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So. Yeah, we'll talk about the tire management thing and some of that strategy behind that.
All right, guys. Well, thank you for tuning in to a special edition of Between the Lanes. I'm Ralph. He's Ron. And we're signing out. Until next time.
See ya. Goodbye.
Bye.